So our fab shop equipment has come a long way in the past few years. Years ago, we built everything with hand tools like die grinders and cutoff wheels and angle grinders. And we had that in a TIG welder, and that was it. And since then, we've kind of slowly added more and more and more tooling to make our job more and more and more efficient, to where we can get things done better and faster. And some of the equipment that I really enjoy is some of the older antique equipment that we have. Our bandsaw is actually a 1957 model Grob bandsaw, which back then they built them really, really well. They had big motors and good bearings, and the cabinet was all really heavy, thick cast, so it lasts a really long time. And that bandsaw has been working for us for years. So that was one of the first things we got. So one of the older pieces of equipment that we have that's also one of the most useful, it gets used constantly in the shop, is our shear. Our shear is a Stamco from back in the 20s or 30s. And it's really neat because it's got a great big flywheel on it, and it used to work on a diesel engine. The other couple cool machines that are actually pretty old is our mill is from the 70s, and it's actually a Bridgeport Series 2, which those were some of the original CNC mills back in the day. And that one doesn't have all the controls on it anymore, but they would have like those old tape style controls that were the original style of CNC machines. Another cool antique piece of equipment that we have is a belt sander. It's really nice to be able to have a big, long, flat belt sander for doing kind of final shaping on things, and the guys love using our belt sander. It has a really large belt, a really long, straight, flat edge, and it works great. Making things nice and flat and cleaning up parts, and launching parts at the bathroom door is another thing it does really good. I think I launched a part at the bathroom door so hard it went almost out the front door once. The motor on that thing is no joke, and it will rip things out of your hands and send them flying with extreme prejudice. But it also does a great job of removing a lot of material and kind of straightening things out. And I like it because it's old and antique, and it's all cast and cool looking, and it weighs about 11 million pounds. But it works great. It's another antique piece of equipment that we use every single day that gets the job done. All of our equipment is not antique though. We do have some newer stuff. We've actually got some brand new stuff. We recently just purchased a Dake cold saw. The guys have been really liking that. The great thing about the cold saw is that it gives you super accurate cuts. So another new piece of equipment we got that's really cool is the Bailey tubing bender. It's actually a digital bender where you can just program how many degrees you want to bend with how much spring back you want to account for, and put the material in and push go, and it's all electric, and it'll knock out the bends for you repeatedly and quickly and accurately. As far as one of my favorite tools that we've got recently, we also upgraded our welding table and got a Sigmund fixture table that was really nice. It's super nice to be able to lay out all the parts on the table, clamp them down, and then go to welding, and everything's held nicely in place. And we've got a lot of cool fixtures that'll hold things square, and it'll hold tubes and square stock, and really makes fixturing a lot easier and a lot nicer. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at some of the equipment and tools we have in the shop. That's just kind of a highlights of some of my favorite things that we have here. We're always adding new pieces of equipment, trying to get better at what we do and have more efficiency. So please, if you like the video, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll keep trying to put out content that's enjoyable for you guys and show you a little bit about the life day to day here at Dussault Designs.